where they are, me Ashanti. Ashanti achim. Eja opem so de man in Saswa akanfo nyina ehyenase. Ti kodwa son kwanta. That's where Sarkodie is from. But my papa no took us to Koforidua, Tema. So I've stayed there. I was born in Tema. So I've stayed there all my life. But for some funny reason, Mantina Kumasi Krano, I still felt like I loved tree so much. My favorite subject in school was tree. From Achimota through to wherever I went to, I love tree. The tree teacher, Bape, every school that I go to, if you change the tree teacher, that becomes my favorite teacher. You know, I change didn't say a name, Otiasia, Sanyamani, Mekai, Mantano. We be champion if you school time in
January, February.
What you say? I love tree. Tree classes I took it very serious, and I love the accent of tree. When people say meti tree to an extent, I just have a good accent in tree. That's the trick. Tree kasa yemede. And I was younger, so I don't remember anything. So I have a connection with Ashanti, but I've not been here. I've not stayed here. I stayed in Kumasi for I think a month or two. I was very young.
That's the longest you stayed in Kumasi?
Yes. Wow. My family were here, and I think I came to live with my auntie. So people will still associate me with Tema. But Tema is Accra, that's like Ghana. That's not where I'm from. That's a Hona me. But me Chiankasa is in Ashanti region. So yes, we said we are coming back. It's homecoming. You have to come back home to your roots, where when you come, whatever you're saying, people understand it, the in-depth of what you are trying to say. You know, all other tribes, of course, they love Sarkodie, but they might not understand deeply what you're saying. So when you come to Ashanti, they understand Sarkodie. So bringing Rapaholic back home, it has to be the homecoming. You know, finally, Sarkodie is coming back home.
I know you don't do things out of jest. You definitely sit through with a team, plan everything. You could have flown down to Kumasi, have all the photography and paparazzi at the airport waiting, but you chose to do road.
Yes.
There's a road that people have complained. I mean, I've complained. There are times people have to drive on the shoulders of the road instead of the main road.
It's crazy.
And you chose to risk it and take that hours of drive on the Accra Kumasi road. What was the reason behind that?
It's been years. I think almost 10 years since Seme Drive or Kumasi road. It's crazy. So I've heard about it that it's very bad. My family, they weren't okay with it. Even some of my godfathers in Accra, they said, no. Sarkodie, you can let your team drive, but you have to fly. I said, no, I want to drive just for once, especially for this show, and coming back, I don't want to do a flight. I want to drive. So we actually coming from Nkrofo in the west. Okay. So the stage clothes I had on, that's the same thing that I came here with. Let me Gary Accra. Wow. So yes, from there, came to Accra, picked our stuff, and then drove to Kumasi. Yes, it was just to have the feel of just coming back home. You know, I felt like the flight is okay, but when you're driving, it feels like you're coming back home. You see all the neighboring towns. I drove past my town, Draso, you know, then got to Accra, and then Sac Nation had a surprise for me, which to me, nothing beats. Yeah, got to Kumasi. Nothing beats Sac Nation organic.
The reaction
when they see you. Comparing that to the airport, which you said we can organize and bring some paparazzi and all that. It's okay, but I felt like yesterday's one was just something that I felt like just doing it, and then it worked out pretty well because the people noticed that Sarkodie is in the city itself. The KNUST. We drove around, went to all the vantage places where you know Sarkodie should be seen in Kumasi. I went to those places, touched base with the people, and I think it was amazing. We couldn't have done it better than that.
There were places people thought, no, Sarkodie will never go there, but eventually went there. And I think when he posted on social media, he said he had to go in.
Yes, like you tap in.
Yeah, I was surprised to see it though. Were you not, you know, when the team were leading you there, were you not scared? Like, yo, why are we going in here?
Going to the ghetto.
Yes.
Funny enough, I had no idea what the place was. So it's funny, the traffic light that I got down, apparently the place was just right there. And then the team, so the people said, no, we have to go to the ghetto. We have to go to the, you know, the guys that are actually on the grounds. And I said, back in Tema, we do the same thing. Okay. You know, when I'm doing this in Tema, you have to go to the ghettos. You have to deal with the people that actually control the grounds. So I'm always keen on that. You have to do that. I think it's very necessary. I said, let's go. My team weren't too comfortable because we don't know Normally, what
what's
we'll do
ahead
is
of
we'll
you.
have people ahead and they will go there to survey. I'm like, listen, this is Sarkodie. I'm back home. What is going to happen? What's the worst? Is somebody going to come up and do so? I don't think anybody will do that. They love Sarkodie, and it was evident when we got there. It was amazing. When I saw the place, I wanted to shoot something there. The building,
the building.
Yes, is beautiful. I wish I could go back and shoot like a viral video there. Yes, so it wasn't planned. We just felt like just taking a walk.
Okay, so guys, BTM Africa, my guest, Africa's very finest, Sarkodie. That's the homecoming, Rapperholic. You've announced a number of artists. People are saying, listen, how long is every artist going to be on stage? And when is this show even starting?
Yeah, so the lineup is crazy. Still have artists wanting to support, which I appreciate. They reaching out and wanting to come. So we're starting the show around 7. We have opening acts. We've had some underground artists that we're giving the platform for them to come and showcase what they have. That's not going to take too long. Then we have most artists doing their sets. So the thing is, we have communicated with all the artists to make them understand that, yes, this is how the show run, and you have a slot of this time. So as much as there's a lot of artists, it's not going to drag. It's not like we're giving the same time that Sarkodie is going to perform to every artist.